Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day today. Today we're going to go into the Titanic, the exhibition. It's in Dallas right now. It is a go place where like it travels. But we're going to go in. I don't know if I can record or not. If I can't, we'll see you. Yeah, there'll be pictures, hopefully. And we'll see you afterwards and tell you what we thought of it. Otherwise, you'll get to see it right now. We got our boarding passes, and it's actually from different passengers on the Titanic, and it gives information about them. We are both first class passengers, which is cool.
Which means there's a good chance we survived.
Oh, good.
So mostly second and third class passengers didn't even get the opportunity.
This is the story of the most famous ship in history, and perhaps too the most infamous. This is the very real story of 2,224 souls. A story where history and mystery converge and expand. Commissioned by the famous White Star Line, Titanic was one of 3 Olympic-class liners, originally to be named Olympic, Titanic, and Gigantic, later changed to Titanic. When completed, Titanic was not only the largest ship in the world, but also the largest moving object ever built by humankind. While smaller than today's largest cruise ships, she was a modern marvel at almost 1,000 feet long. On April 14th, 4 days into her journey, she struck an iceberg in the middle of the ocean and sank. From the time she struck the iceberg to the time she sank beneath the surface of the ocean, only 2 hours and 40 minutes had elapsed. This is the story of the designers and builders who created her. This is the story of the passengers and crew. This is the story of Titanic.
That's a little that's very little.
This was taken whenever, this was actually on the Titanic. They were taken when it was disembarked, when people left from Queenstown in Ireland. So it was before the wreck, but it was actually on the Titanic.
So I am looking for Henry B. Harris. And I was not a crew member. I was first. I died.
I made it through.
So we just got out of the exhibition. What'd you think about it?
It was really neat, very sobering, you know. But it was very immersive. Like they have parts of the ship built,
Yeah.
and so you kind of feel like you're there. And then there's, I mean, spoiler alert.
Well, you can probably see it in the video.
Yeah, but there's where you're on the ocean floor essentially.
Yeah.
And you know, other than people trashing it a little bit with their cards of, you know, whether they lived or died, the stuff like the plates and, you know, the china,
The broken pieces.
Yeah,
and
was
all.
on the ground as if it was really there, you know.
Yeah.
I think there was only a couple things that were truly from the Titanic. Everything else was mostly from the Olympic, and a few other of the White Star Line. So But overall, it was really neat to see it
I agree.
like in real life kind of thing. 'Cause they had it set up that way. They had it where you could be walking down the hallways and
Yeah, that was the most, to me, the most amazing
And then of
part,
course they have the steps, with the clock.
Right.
And they have
there.
a few things, from the making of the movie. So that was cool. Like it was
Yeah.
the photography and some of the other props and things. And
Yeah.
it was just really neat overall.
I would
Highly recommend
it. Just now while we're walking out, there's a long
Yeah,
line.
first we were like, holy cow, they're expecting a lot of people. And no, they really are. Hopefully you got a ticket at this point because they're probably all sold out.
Probably, but I would definitely recommend it. This is in Dallas, so hopefully
and it travels. So
it does travel. No telling where it's going next. So
I think the last place it was Cleveland.
Yeah, I think so. So it might come to a city near you.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you for joining us and have a magical day.